Hello, welcome to my indie showcase. This is the second week that I am covering a game from the Worldland Trust bundle. Don't forget, if it is still available, as it is at the time of recording, go into itch.io and you will find the Worldland Trust bundle. And you will be able to get this game plus another 65 games for like a $5. Obviously you can give more if you would like to donate more to the cause, and the cause is saving the planet. So it's a pretty good one. We are here today to try out Sunlight. This is a game, actually, 2 games ago, I played a game called The Plan. This is by the same developers. This is CtrlAltNoob Studio, and this is a bit of a longer game as far as I can see. This is an exploration game through an uncharted forest, I believe. It's all very, like, hand-arted. That is not the word. But you'll see what I mean, I guess. It's gonna be beautiful, is what I can imagine. Visually and otherwise.
Welcome. Are you sitting comfortably? Are you focused and not thinking about whatever's bothering you these days? I'm not here to test you. Please, relax. Let your thoughts come and go and listen as they fade away in the distance. For better or for worse, this is where your life has brought you. Looking at a screen, listening to me. Imagine, for a moment, that you've just had a child. It's healthy, but unfortunately also completely blind. For their whole life, they will live in the dark and not see a thing. Their perception of reality is something that you might never be able to comprehend. How would you describe the world to them? What can't be touched or heard, smelled or tasted? How would you describe sunlight? By what it does? Or how it feels on their skin? I think I'd play them this piece of music. First composed by Tchaikovsky in 1878, these rays of light have traveled through decade after decade, finally reaching your ears this very moment. You have also traveled far to get here today, but you're only passing through and should probably get going.
I'm mesmerized. Like I am actually mesmerized. Mesmerized? That's how mesmerized I am.
I'd like to tell you a story.
Oh my goodness.
It all happened to me when I was young, walking in a forest much like you are. Those were days filled with boundaries and rules.
No running in the hallways, don't do this or that
or the other.
With my world full of fierce discipline, I walked the forest to breathe. One day, deep in the woods, I found a funny-looking tree, crooked, old, and wrinkly. With little work,
I wonder if this
a few bits of bark
picking up the
became
audio the way I'm hearing it.
huge ships. Calm creeks turned to ferocious oceans. I can still recall the people I imagined dragged downstream with a sense of guilt.
Oh, I've lost the OG tree.
As I gazed back upon the old tree, I noticed something peculiar. It was crying. Every crumple.
Like eyes closed tightly.
This is
Teardrops
trippy.
streaming silently down its wrinkly skin. So I did as children do. Tasted it. Not because it looked tasty, but to figure out what it was.
The first drop made my tongue tingle. The second made it prickle. And the very moment the third landed on my tongue, a profound sensation spread through my chest.
This is so strange, so
Undefinable, like theirs.
trees have voices.
Vague and specific. One thing was clear. Something was changing within me.
Did all
I
these
remember breathing in
people lick the tree and become trees?
and out,
Oh, it's the wind.
feeding the fire.
Oxygen? Oh my god, this is trippy. Oh, it's getting dark. Oh, I want to go to a light. I was gonna say, the music, I always love this kind of music. It's very choral. And it reminds me of Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, which was a beautiful game on the senses, like the audio, the visuals, it was stunning. Okay, so they finished their story. What I got from that was they licked the elder tree and became the elements. That might not be right. Didn't hear it all because I was tripping out a little bit. It's very pretty. It is like walking in an oil... Well, I don't know what an oil painting necessarily looks like, but it's like walking in a painting, like a 3D painting. Oh, I picked a flower.
The following day, I woke to a slight prickle in my fingertips. I studied them closely, discovering circular ridges
in a foreign landscape of my skin. The prickling soon slipped my attention. It would be another week until it returned.
This is a creepy
Wave of
child.
gentle needles moving over my skin.
A limb falling asleep, perhaps. I did not start worrying until it returned the third time,
This sounds like a friendly mum.
first making its way up my neck.
Before engulfing my skull completely from behind, I could even feel the tiny needles covering my eyeballs.
Ugh.
But it did not stop there. I held my breath as the small thorns crawled around my lips before spreading into my lungs and stomach. My awareness spread with it, and I remembered the strangest sensation of my mushy dinner in there, as if I held its remains in the palm of my hand.
So we had like a spelk in our hand and we were cursed by a tree. I really haven't followed the story because I was so overwhelmed with the sensory stuff. That was a Scottish man. I do like a Scottish accent. Okay, let's go and pick another flower. I guess every time we pick a flower, it's going to tell us some more of the story. Although there are... Oh, we've moved away from the main area. I wonder if there's more flowers than stories. Otherwise, we're going to be looking for a while because this walk speed is very slow. Like, not that I'm complaining. I'd love to play about with this kind of, like even if you can get some 3D models, like say on Unreal or something, but then if you could like just paint the textures yourself and see if you can make some sort of mashup of art style. Like I wonder if that's something what I would be able to do. Alright, next stage.
Suddenly, my body took control and opened my mouth, an explosion of air rushing into my lungs. The tingling spread with it through an endless web of veins.
Soon reaching my beating heart for a moment, I stood in awe
Of the activity within my body. I felt my heart beating faster and my skin sweating. Your body is your only vessel in this world, and when it misbehaves, The claustrophobia is total. Seek help? I thought. And at that very moment, the tingling needles shot from my brain down through my spine. I felt them scatter through my upper leg, where muscles contracted to lift my knee. My body weight shifted forward,
and a shockwave spread from the foot sole as it landed softly on the ground. The process repeated itself in greater detail for every step. I was overwhelmed, but my body kept moving.
I did not
at all
feel like the boss, giving directions. It all happened automatically, and I was simply along for the ride. Like you.
Yep. I'm along for some ride. So something about needles. I just remembered the needles went into the eyeballs, which I'm not a fan of. Eyeball needles. Wind. Inhale. Exhale. Tasting something? I'm a little bit stressed. But I like it. I like the vibe. Let's pick this flower.
The doctor's office was cold and white.
So now we've got the doctors.
Crossing the floor felt like a polar expedition. My parents, distant features of the landscape. I wanted to explain, but was unable. My lips and tongue engaged in an intricate choreography, myself in the audience observing the words performed.
I've lost my bearings.
My lips muttered, "I'm sure it will pass," while my thoughts were crying for help.
Are we poisoned? Sounds like poison. I had no idea which direction I was going there. Is this about somebody dying? I did understand running across a cold floor, like they said that the doctor's office floor was cold. That's what it's like at work, in the kitchen. They have a tiled floor. God forbid you've got bare feet. Does these flowers change the story? Because that one's like a yellow one over there, like a tulip or something. This one's like a poppy-ish type flower. I feel like all the other ones we've kind of picked up have been poppy-ish, it seems.
The conversation kept going, but I stopped paying attention. Instead, I was following the hands of a clock mounted on the doctor's wall. They were both
Speeding up and slowing down. I was slipping further and further away, a levitating camera in a video game merging with the code it was running on. Again with the binary with the electronic circuit and so on. I closed my eyes and let my sensations lead me. First, I spent some time with my bones. Among their many functions,
I got lost in their continuous breathing. An uninterrupted flow of calcium absorbed.
Are these the same pair as before?
And
Breathing in through your bones?
Even my skeleton was alive and living, in
and of itself. I could feel my mind clinging to the known, to the clattering thoughts, the buzzing of memories and fear of the future.
Oh no, we're dying.
But for each breath, tension was released, and my shoulders sunk comfortably.
This is the
I had
experience of
certainly
death.
felt like I was in there, somewhere by my face. But I was nowhere to be found, and the more I looked, the more hazy I became.
If it's not that, Then I'm not sure what else, unless it's like a hypnotism. I do enjoy just going around and listening to the different accents. They got all sorts of voices. I love it. Right, let's take a yellow flower. They don't have a yellow one yet, I don't think. Oh no, this is the death.
When my eyelids eventually opened, they felt as slow
As a sunrise,
I need a louder voice.
photons
Converted to neurosignals shooting along the optic nerve, each carrying a piece of information into the darkness. The brain categorized motion, color, edges, distance. I sat for a moment in the dusk, watching the sunrise.
Is this like a rebirth?
When the world eventually lit up, I was no longer wondering why matter lights up from the inside. My experience had changed from the fire to the light it emits. But it would get much stranger still.
Is this... have we been reborn as a baby? We now taken our first... or is this back to the beginning where he was saying how would you describe the world to someone that couldn't see? The music did get a tiny bit loud. I'm just gonna change that a little bit because I just can't quite hear some of the voices. The menu makes some really nice satisfying noises. What is this flower? Like a... not sure what to call it.
As the moment stretched, I started daydreaming. Or so I thought. It began
as a shimmering field creeping slowly in from the periphery of my vision. The hands of the clock still moving, but among them vague shapes. Slowly but surely, I saw trees blowing past me, and among them, myself, sitting right there in the doctor's office with a vacant expression.
Are we a ghost?
While walking around myself, I was surprised to still see the clock straight ahead. Myself from the side, the clock on the wall. The two images were not overlapping, they just coexisted. Like imagining a familiar place with your eyes closed and you see both nothing and something at the same time.
This is trippy.
I turned to look towards myself, but saw only the face of the doctor, lingering somewhere between confusion, concern, and annoyance. However, when I studied his face closer, I was struck by terror.
Why?
The image of myself had turned to look straight into my own eyes. I felt my own head reach out towards myself, the weight of my hand landing softly on my shoulder. Eyes distant, looking at the doctor, looking at myself, rules and boundaries disappearing.
That's so trippy. So is this like describing an outer body experience? Maybe we are still dying. Sorry that I can't wander around while this is happening. I could have used some subtitles, but I couldn't find any in the menu. But I have to Like, I love the sound effects, but I have to really find one tree that I'm going to listen to and put it in my ear, otherwise I can't physically process what's being said. That's just a limitation of my brain. But I feel like I at least kind of understanding what's going on now. It seems like I still think we might be dying. And the person that's still alive thinks that we're like the version of us is like we're probably an angel there to like take them away or something.
The fire was spreading.
A delicate wave of nostalgia
Washing over me. Intimate recollections of past sorrow, relationships,
Nope, don't like that one.
education, and even medical experience.
And at last, I was no longer alone. Not in the sense that the doctor was there in the room, but rather that we were together
Me and me?
in the darkness of my mind. A vast number of sensations were still flowing, but now with two observers to share the burden.
Oh god, why did I just get like Lord of the Rings vibes? Like, share the load. Don't worry, I'm not trying to steal your sensations, other me. So is this gonna make it that we can survive because we've shared the load with ourselves of the suffering that's happening? That was a nice loud voice. That's what I'm trying to look for each time. Hopefully if you're listening to this, you're listening with headphones so you can kind of get the surround sound that's going on. Although, again, I don't know how well that works on a video as opposed to actually just playing it.
somewhere. Out of sight, a hand picked me up.
And as I kept breathing, the fire kept spreading. Soon, it swallowed my parents, sitting in their chairs, doubting my story. I felt contradicting opinions and ideas coexist, but not in conflict. Different notes in harmonious chords, shaping a balanced, indivisible whole. More clouds spread into my vision, and more sensations through my body. The music was evolving.
Ooh,
I looked at my hand.
what music?
5 fingers against the surface felt no different than 5 bodies or minds. Branches becoming aware that they were connected to the same trunk all along. Their experience my own, all of them present in my mind.
What? Do we have sentient fingers? Okay, so I'm not very good with metaphors. But I assume it means like feeling life in our fingers? I am unsure. And I've no idea also the route that we've taken. I'd love to see it. If we've gone in circles, we definitely haven't gone in a straight line.
The prickling kept spreading. Each needle on my skin, another presence in my mind. More and more observers sharing the burden. A vast number of sensations flowing. My world, like musical sunlight, just passing through. Every individual going about their business, strangers on the street unaware that they were all each other, the surroundings, and me. I knew and felt them all as I knew and felt myself. And I could no longer feel contempt, or that anyone was somehow less deserving. There was no longer me and you, no us versus them. It was all just me.
Okay, that would happen if you're like in a lot of pain or something. So the prickles are like pain, and I don't understand how the pain, each prickle of pain is like another one of us learning to cope with it. But I still also, it's getting windier, it's getting stormy, it's getting loud. Let's see.
As I kept breathing in and out, each new breath pushed me along an ubiquitous landscape that was simply too beautiful to ignore.
Is that where we are now?
Past each tree and beyond every hill was another idea I knew to be true. Mountains, transient shadows of matter, flowing through time, slowly from one point of view. But for the mountain itself, oh boy, it's in a hurry, like everyone else. Both the whirlpool and the stream, an expression of energy floating through empty space. All experiences merging to one. There I was, all of us, you, me, I. The light that shines through the film. All else is smoke and mirrors.
Okay. Are we like, is this the theory of nothing else exists except us? Or is this the experience of being heavily on drugs in the hospital? Are we on hallucinogenics right now? This seems too normal for that, I would imagine. We're not seeing anything visual.
As with all stories, this one also ends.
Not because the story has an ending, but because it keeps moving.
It's not the tree.
Leaving us behind. My body kept living, like yours will, with surfaces preserving its illusion of separateness. This screen, our very own eyes. I couldn't tell if I ascended or dissolved. I'm soaring through space, but unable to move, nevertheless. And as I turn in orbit, the boundary between light and dark keeps moving. A cascading wave of thoughts arriving at dawn, just to slip away at dusk.
Oh my god, my mind is being blown without actually understanding what's being said. I feel like I'm just a bit too dim to understand this. But also, like, so it's talking about they lived just as we do. Basically everything's the same. Kind of like a concept of everything and nothingness, and like, what is life? What is existence? This is the last one.
A violent competition among
Speck of dust suspended in nothing.
not too warm nor too cold, to be acknowledged by my closest. So even though you are another part of me looking back, you will always be a stranger, a lump of resources for my exploitation. The branches cut, our hemispheres separated once again. Rocks skipping along the surface, never sinking in. The inconsistent dash of beauty between the noise, picked up by a stranger with good intentions, and with it, sentenced to die. I don't care who you are, or how you found me, but we are both reaching in. A few lonely rays, venturing through space, in just the right direction. Absorbed in our leaves, stored as sweet sugars, and exhaled crisp and clean oxygen. And while the light warms our skin, or while we wait for the next sunrise, we breathe in and out. All that matters is that you are here, right now.
And for a moment, we are together. You and me, as one, like we always are.
I'm so scared.
And we always will be.
That was so trippy. We're not done. So I was comparing kind of our body parts to like branches on a tree or something. Now where do we go? Now everything's kind of shut down. It was like accepting that all the different parts are separate and together at the same time. And I'm having an existential crisis. And I don't even know why. I kind of feel like we don't matter. And we matter a lot at the same time. Still don't understand exactly what happened. I don't live with metaphors very... Oh, look, there's been many others. That's what it was saying, wasn't it? It doesn't... I don't know who you are, how you got here and stuff like that. Are these other people's actual bunches? Are that gravestones? Oh no, tree stumps. It's a deforested area. Are these past memories? All of the trees were a different aspect of us, right? And we seem to be a one that's getting left behind. If we've picked the flowers, we're now going into the wasteland. Let's see. Be mindful. Rage against the dying of the light. I'm glad we had this moment together. First... Hold on. Oh wait, each of these are it's... Oh look, hold on. Go further. I love... People have wrote messages. Rage against the dying of the light. Be mindful. I'm glad we had this moment to sit together. First sign. I can't read that, unfortunately. Peace to all. Hello. I love you. Fountain Boy was here. Many of these trees were my friends. Creatures I have known from not an acorn. Is that a Lord of the Rings reference? Oh god, we've lost the trees. We are now just completely in the... When did that change? We are now completely in the wasteland. Peace to all. Goodbye. I'm pretty sure that's a Lord of the Rings reference. I keep seeing some and I don't know where they come from. Droopy was here. I don't know what to type. Keep going. Everything will be alright in the end. If it's not alright, it's not the end. Oh. Peace and love for the world, I hope. Again and again. Absorbed in lovely mystery. Do we write something at the end of this game? Because I do have a confession to make. Blah. It was yesterday. Right, this can't be... Maybe we do write something at the end of this one. Because, right. Oh! A word, a 4-letter word left to everyone's imagination. You. Oh, we seem to be getting to the end of it. Earth. Okay. Keep going. This is cool. I'll explain what I'm talking about at the end. We would be nothing if it weren't for our worlds and an ear to hear them. This is where your life has brought you. Oh, I wonder if I'm supposed to put the flowers down if I choose where to put them. You should go smell a flower right now. I don't know what that means. Good people? Just a guess. Oh, now I want to go further back. No one's going to walk right the way out here to find my flowers. Well, this person didn't pick any... Oh no, there is a blue one. Okay, I can't put my flowers down. Ah, yes I can. Okay, you had to pick a tree stump. Oh, what do we write? So before I write this, what I was gonna say, right? At the end of the plan, the other game from these creators, there was a space to write something. And I didn't know what you were supposed to write, so I just wrote my name. I'm pretty sure I just wrote my name. Unless I wrote hello, but I'm pretty certain I wrote my name. And my name being Noob, I was like, oh shit, if this goes into a message board a bit like this, it's just going to be as if I wrote a really mean message. Okay, what kind of... Right, after listening to that and reading all that, what kind of message would I like to leave for people? Something that's going to help people. I can't, my mind's too blown. What is life? Just want to write that. What is life? I want it to be something encouraging. How about... There we go. That's how I feel right now. There's people I wish I could hug. There we go. That was cool. Oh, I guess the keep going ones will be dev flowers to like make sure that you know they can keep going. I wish I could think of better things on the spot. Hi. I guess some of these other people also have similar problems to me. Trying to... Too many thoughts! Yes! RIP. Today we celebrate with unlimited tacos and an open bar! Please accept this offering. That's a very neat idea. I really like this. I'm like a fool. My mind is so empty. I relate to this. Sparks. Oh. To my beloved Jean. We've been together for 7 years now, and every day has felt like a blessing. I love you. I was a river birch in my past life. I'm certain of it. S. I will help you. 2 I will help yous. Oh, you are loved. Oh, I miss you. I like how everyone's kind of had their own interpretation of what to say. Some people have wrote funny things. Some people have wrote personal things. Some people have wrote encouraging things. It's very cool. Cosmos. Memorial. I love you. I played a game today. Absolutely marvelous. I don't know what that means. Alright, I will press space to return now then. And there's all the messages you can see. That is really cool. Alright, and that was Sunlight. I didn't know what to expect with that. And I still don't know exactly what happened. But I know it made me think. I feel like I got hypnotized. I feel like I was on a trip. And I really liked what happened at the end with all the messages and stuff. That was very cool. And I'm glad I got to play this little game. Thank you very much for putting this game in this bundle so people get the opportunity to play it. It would be so cool if anybody had played this already and then watched this and then saw their message in the video. That is so unlikely. But if anyone did that, please comment. Because I want to know what you rate. But that's really cool. I don't have an awful lot more to say except for that it's very pretty, the music gorgeous. Like I was saying, it was giving me Everybody's Gone to the Rapture vibes, even though obviously it's a very different game. Just musically, I mean, kind of tonally, but not really tonally. Yeah, it was nice. I really liked that unexpected little multiplayer bit at the end. And yeah, I think that's it. I will be back next week with another game from the Worldland Trust Bundle. And I can't wait to share some more games with you. And if you are interested in playing more games like this, grab that bundle while it's still available, if it's still available by the time this video comes out. So you can play some of them yourself, because there is some good stuff in there. Some very good shit. So, thank you very much, and I'll see you next week. Bye!